Holy shag. I want a car. I want a car. That's all.
This was almost certainly the best car British labour ever made. Which is a bit like saying that the best song Mike Batt ever recorded was "Remember You're a Womble."
Never heard of it.
It may never been the best car that British labour ever made, but it was still riddled with faults. Chief among which was that rather important component called simply the engine. When the Stag was being designed, Triumph had access to this remarkable 3.5-metre Buick V8.
Wow. Buick.
Rover bought the rights to build it, put it in the P6 and then the SD1.
Ooh.
Morgan liked it as well and use it to this day in the Plus 8.
No, they use it.
Using it too. The Chimera.
No, Morgan's using a BMW engine. Morgan's not using a BMW engine. Now they're using Ford engines. It's a Ford engine now.
Because it has one of these. It was and is a magnificent engine. Light, compact, powerful, endlessly tunable, and reliable. So it was only natural then that Triumph would use it in the Stag. No, sadly not. They decided it would be much better to create their own V8 by welding together two Dolomite engines.
Oh.
As ideas go, this was a bad one. The engine that resulted was not magnificent at all. It wouldn't stay cool, and when it got hot, which it did all the time, the cylinder heads warped. In engineering terms, it was useless. As a result, the Stag was withdrawn from the American market in 1973 and finally killed off here in 1977.
Give me a Stag, I'll put a new engine in it.
Rover were part of the same company. So why didn't Triumph use Rover's engine? Why? To understand the psychology of British labour, we need to go back to before the war, where we find Yorkshireman and former sheep shearer Herbert Austin running Austin, and the very dapper former bicycle manufacturer William Morris running Morris with the help of this chap, Leonard Lord. Now, Len and William had a row, so Len went to work for Herbert, who then retired, leaving Len in charge. Right, we now have two big car companies being run by two guys who hated each other. Then we had the war, after which William decided that he was very old and that he'd much rather go sailing than run a car firm. So, Len took over Morris to create the British Motor Corporation, BMC, the fourth largest car firm in the world.
Wow. Hey guys, just killing some time this morning. It's Saturday, almost 6 in the morning, so I thought kill some time this morning before I do what I was planning on doing today around noon today. I got I'm gonna do today around 10, so yeah, killing time.
Jaguar, pretty well everyone. And once BMC owned it, they knew all their rival secrets. Once BMC had pressed steel, they had everyone. The result, 3 years later, 1968, was the creation of British Leyland. It was so gigantic, so unmanageable, they should really have called it British Leylandii.
Leyland Cars, Austin MG Triumph Mini Jaguar Daimler.
Leyland was the world's fifth biggest car firm, and it offered customers a wider choice than any other manufacturer. It should have been one big happy family where Triumph could go to Rover and say, hey, give us your engine. But to explain what it was actually like, we've invited along a selection of ex-employees.
Presenter. So yeah, guys, just out here this Saturday morning because it's just for fun.
There were 42 plants at the late 70s. 42 different plants. So it was very difficult because each of those people had pride particularly in their own plantation.
You guys say put in the chat. I'll read it. I got nothing to do for maybe an hour. I might go to the dad for this morning breakfast, but that's about it.
And wholeheartedly is within 10 miles of each other. You know.
Might go to breakfast. Might not. I'm not sure yet.
All fighting for the same, all fighting for the same business.
People at Longbridge saw themselves as Lusty, still there. And people at Morris on the shop floor saw themselves as Morris, still there. People at Triumph saw themselves as Triumph, and so on and so on.
But that was obviously not going to
No, it was
obviously
wasn't going to win, but that's how people themselves.
Oh yeah, it's not over yet.
sway. If we were to make this program in the same way that British Leyland made cars back then, I wouldn't have told the director what I wanted to say, and he wouldn't have told the cameraman where I was going to stand, and the cameraman wouldn't have bothered focusing properly, because he was going to get paid anyway, whether it was in focus or not. There was no sense of community living. I guess it was like being in a tower block. Everyone under one roof, but everyone leading different lives. The people in flat 46, for instance, wouldn't have the people in flat 52, the housekeeping, the people in flat 87, going to Would you like to sleep with a guinea pig? But the most amazing thing is that... Oh, so it's R5, that's it, I'm off. All of this meant that the various bits of British Leyland ended up competing with each other. Take the Triumph 2000, for example. Its most deadly rival was its brother, the Rover 2000. Then there was the MG, which went head-to-head with its sister, the Triumph Spitfire. And then there was the greatest battle of them all. The Morris Marina versus the Austin Allegro. I've always wanted to do this. Decide once and for all
Which one's worse?
which one's worse. With the Allegro, they set out to reinvent the wheel. No, really, they did. Look, it's got a square steering wheel. And I'd love to have been at the meeting where they decided to do this, because somebody must have stood
I mean,
up
they'll
and
be making
said,
these videos stuff over the years. I might be making income soon. Who knows?
"A square steering
Or one way, or 1/3 of the way there. We'll be at if we're at the way we're going. Who knows? We'll be at 2/3 of the way there.
Square.
But we'll see what happens. But yeah.
Now, with the Marina, they set out to invent absolutely nothing at all. Look, it's got a round wheel. I'd love to have been at the meeting where they decided to do this, because someone must have stood up and said, "Hey, let's put a round wheel in it." And everyone else, instead of saying, "Oh, come on, stop being so unimaginative. We're going to have a dodecahedron," they all went,
Don't worry about it.
"Good idea."
It's 6 o'clock, so I'm gonna relax.
This was the point. The Allegro was supposed to have been technically advanced, and the Marina wasn't. The Allegro was designed to take on the alpha side of the Citroën GS. It was supposed to reflect the fact that we just joined the EV scene. It was
I'm hungry.
supposed to be
I'm
European,
gonna wait a little bit. So
wheeled cappuccino. The Marina was designed not to take on the